Have you ever imagined that a simple fragment of text lost for centuries in dark and dusty caves could shake the foundations of what we know about early Christianity and ancient Judaism? Well, that's exactly what happens with the Vision of Amram, one of the most intriguing manuscripts found among the famous Dead Sea Scrolls, discovered more than 70 years ago in the caves of Qumran. This mysterious text recounts a supernatural encounter between Amram, one of the most obscure patriarchs in the Bible, with divine and demonic forces. But what exactly does this manuscript reveal about the eternal struggle between good and evil, and how might it have influenced ideas that, centuries later, would become fundamental to Christianity? Get ready to embark on a fascinating journey through the spiritual world, where angels and demons wage epic battles, and the fate of human souls is decided in a cosmic conflict that echoes to this day. Let's explore the secrets of this ancient text together and discover why it is still so relevant to us. The discovery of the Qumran scrolls and the Vision of Amram. Imagine a treasure hidden for more than 2,000 years, buried in dry, dusty caves in the middle of the desert. Now consider that this treasure is not made of gold or precious stones, but of words that have the power to change everything we know about the history of faith, spirituality, and the eternal struggle between good and evil. This treasure is the Dead Sea Scrolls, discovered between 1947 and 1956 in the caves near Qumran, in the Judean desert. These ancient documents, written in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek, are like a time machine that takes us back to ancient Judaism and the roots of early Christianity. Among these texts, there is one that stands out as a true enigma, the Vision of Amram. This apocryphal fragment, attributed to Amram, the father of Moses, is a window into a vibrant spiritual world full of mysteries. Written in Aramaic, the manuscript recounts a visionary experience of Amram, in which he encounters two celestial beings who personify good and evil. But what does this vision reveal about the beliefs of a Jewish community that lived more than 2 millennia ago? And how might it have influenced ideas that would shape Christianity and other religious traditions? The Vision of Amram is part of the Qumran texts, produced by an apocalyptic Jewish community often identified as the Essenes. This group, who lived in isolation in the desert, believed that the world was a spiritual battlefield, where the forces of light and darkness waged a cosmic war. For them, each person was destined to choose a side in this eternal struggle. This idea of dualism, the division between good and evil, light and darkness, not only reflects the thinking of the Essenes, but also anticipates concepts that would become central to early Christianity. The theological significance and influence of Amram's vision. The Vision of Amram is much more than an ancient account. It is a text that challenges our understanding of the spiritual world. In it, Amram describes his encounter with two angels, one representing righteousness and light, the other wickedness and darkness. This duality strongly recalls the ideas of Zoroastrianism, a Persian religion that influenced Judaism during the Babylonian exile. But for the Essenes, this cosmic struggle was not just a metaphor. It was an imminent reality, a harbinger of the end times. The text suggests that each person must choose between the two paths represented by the angels, an idea that echoes the Essene belief that humanity is divided between the children of light and the children of darkness. This moral and spiritual dichotomy was later incorporated into Christianity, appearing in New Testament writings such as the Gospels and the Pauline letters. For example, the idea of a struggle between light and darkness is clearly expressed in passages such as John 1:5 and Ephesians 6:12. Another fascinating aspect of the Vision of Amram is its connection to other Jewish apocalyptic texts, such as the Book of Daniel and the writings of Enoch. These texts share common themes, such as the existence of angels and demons, the final judgment, and the hope of a cosmic restoration. The Qumran literature, including the Vision of Amram, emphasizes the imminence of a great cosmic conflict, an idea that would resonate deeply in later Christian theology. The historical and cultural significance of the Qumran scrolls, the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls, including the Vision of Amram, was one of the most important archaeological discoveries of the 20th century. These texts not only illuminate the beliefs and practices of a Jewish community, living in a time of great turmoil, but also reveal the incredible diversity of ancient Judaism. They show that there was not a single form of Judaism, but several currents and sects, each with its own beliefs and practices. The Vision. The Vision of Amram is a remarkable example of this diversity. It reflects the spiritual and eschatological concerns of a community that saw itself as the guardians of truth in a corrupt world. Furthermore, the manuscript offers a fascinating glimpse into the origins of concepts that would shape Christianity and other religious traditions. Its emphasis on the struggle between good and evil, moral choice, and the hope of cosmic restoration continues to resonate today, testifying to the enduring power of these ancient narratives. In short, the Vision of Amram is not just an ancient text. It is an invitation to explore the depths of human spirituality and the roots of the ideas that still guide us. Prepare to be immersed in a story that bridges the past and the present, revealing how the struggle between light and darkness continues to shape our world. The historical context and connection to the Essenes. To understand the Vision of Amram, we need to go back in time and delve into the world of the Essenes, the mysterious community that likely wrote and preserved this fascinating manuscript. Imagine a group of people who decided to leave the cities and live in the desert, far from the corruption and chaos of society. They were the Essenes, an ascetic Jewish sect who lived in isolation near the Dead Sea, in a place called Qumran. They saw themselves as the true guardians of the faith of Israel, rejecting the priesthood of the Temple of Jerusalem, which they considered corrupt and far from the commandments of God. The Essenes' lives were governed by strict rules: prayer, study of the scriptures, and a tireless search for spiritual purity. They believed that the end of time was near and that God would intervene to restore justice and purify the world. For them, the world was not just a physical place but a spiritual battlefield where the forces of light and darkness waged a cosmic war. And it is in this context that the Vision of Amram comes to life. The text reflects the intense spirituality and dualism that marked Essene theology. It speaks of a struggle between opposing forces, good and evil, light and darkness. The Essenes believed that we are all called to choose between these two paths. This choice was not just about what to do in our daily lives, but about the ultimate destiny of our souls. For them, spiritual purity was so important that they isolated themselves from the rest of the world, dedicating themselves to a life of prayer, study, and discipline. But why does Amram, an almost forgotten figure in the Bible, become so important in this text? In the Hebrew Bible, Amram is merely the father of Moses, a secondary character. However, in the Vision of Amram, he becomes a protagonist, someone worthy of receiving divine revelations. This is a common pattern in Jewish apocryphal literature, where minor biblical figures such as Enoch and Abraham gain prominence and become messengers of heavenly visions. The Vision of Amram was not just a spiritual text, it was a guide for life. For the Essenes, following the path of righteousness was the only way to escape divine judgment and participate in the Messianic era. This idea of choosing between good and evil not only shaped the identity of the Qumran community, but also influenced the foundations of early Christianity. Impact on apocalyptic literature and early Christianity. The influence of the Vision of Amram extends far beyond the Qumran community. It is echoed in Jewish and Christian apocalyptic texts such as the Book of Enoch, the Testament of the 12 Patriarchs, and the Revelation of John. These writings share common themes: prophetic, visions, the final judgment, and the struggle between opposing spiritual forces. They reveal a worldview in which the cosmos is a battlefield, and human destiny is tied to this war between good and evil. The dualism of the Vision of Amram, with its two angels or heavenly princes, finds parallels in Christian texts such as the battle between Michael and Satan in the Book of Revelation. The idea of a cosmic struggle over the fate of souls became a cornerstone of Christian eschatology, influencing everything from the writings of the Church Fathers to medieval theology. This dualistic view also appears in texts such as the Didache, a 1st century AD moral manual that instructs Christians to choose the way of life, and reject the way of death. Another fascinating aspect of the Vision of Amram is its approach to human destiny. In the Qumran writings, there is a strong belief in predeterminism, the idea that God has already chosen who will be saved and who will be damned. This concept would profoundly influence early Christian thought, culminating in theological debates, such as that between St. Augustine and Pelagius over the nature of grace and predestination. Although the Vision of Amram is only a fragment, its importance is immense. It reflects a crucial transitional moment in Jewish theology, when beliefs about angels, judgment, and free will were in full swing. These ideas not only shaped Second Temple Judaism, but also served as a bridge to later religious traditions, including Christianity. Conclusion. The Vision of Amram offers us a unique window into ancient religious thought, revealing how beliefs about human destiny, angels, and the final judgment were deeply intertwined with the apocalyptic spirit of the time. Even though it is only a fragment, this manuscript plays an essential role in showing how the ideas that circulated in the Qumran community not only shaped Second Temple Judaism, but also echoed in later Christian doctrines. If you are interested in topics such as ancient history, theology, and the roots of monotheistic religions, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Share this video with friends and colleagues who are also fascinated by these topics, and be sure to watch the other videos in the Dead Sea Scrolls series. Together, we can explore the mysteries of the past and understand how they continue to influence our present. Subscribe, share, and leave your comment below. Your participation is essential for us to bring you more fascinating content like this.